Alright, let me just make sure all the audio is set up correctly. Yeah, the game volume might be too quiet. Let me bump that up a bit. Okay, that's still too quiet. Yeah, I think that's about right. Hey, what's up, Lone Wolf? How you doing? Hope you're having a good Halloween night. Okay, cool. I thought my controller wasn't connecting for a second. Yeah, today was my Friday this week, so figured I'd end the week nicely with just playing a game for once. You're doing pretty good? Well, that's good. I don't know how familiar you are with Sonic Origins, but it's a pretty good collection. I know some people are purists and they just, they prefer playing the original ports, but I don't know. I feel like Origins is good. It's not a bad way to play all the games. Plus, they have a bunch of quality of life features. Oof. Almost missed it there. Just curious, do you know what your next video is going to be? Because I am looking forward to it. I know you've been working on a lot of art stuff, which, you've been improving on, I'm not going to lie. I like that that Halloween one that you posted on your community tab. The one where that one creature was glitching through the TV. I thought that was pretty cool. Kind of reminds me of like an old Nostalgia Critic thumbnail. Back when he used to be good. Nowadays he's just a sellout, but yeah, whatever. Ah, that was close. It's always easy to get hit by those things. Hang on, let me read that. Well, I'm probably gonna get back on the mecha with horror vid when I'm not sick, because screw it, who says you can't make a seasonal vid out of said season? Oh, nice. Yeah, I'm not really familiar with the whole mechaverse, but I know that's a real popular genre. Okay, let me not fall into the spike pit. I swear to God, there was one time where I beat all of Sonic 1, right? And I didn't die at all until I went to Starlight Zone, where I was just fucking around with the physics. Okay. But regardless, so I will be looking forward to that video. Besides all that, I've been playing a little bit of Dragon Ball Sparking Zero recently. I'm still stuck on Frieza's story. There's a pathway that I need to unlock that hasn't unlocked for me yet, but I plan on beating that one sometime within the next week. And then I think after that I'll end up beating all the stories. I think there's only about 7, 8, or 9 stories in that whole game. Fuck these special stages, by the way. They suck. They're not as bad as Sonic 2's, though. At least the original Sonic 2. I don't know if y'all remember that half pipe, but that was not fun. Thankfully for the for Sonic Origins, they upped the draw distance a bit to where you can easily predict which rings will come which way, instead of the original Genesis port where you had to basically like be all Matrix mode to figure it all out. I feel like the only good special stages, though, are Sonic 3 and Sonic CDs are okay. Sonic Mania's special stages are pretty good as well. I think one day I ought to do just a playthrough of Sonic CD where I don't do any of the special stages, I just collect all the time stones. I haven't done that yet. Let's see, hey, what's up, Joshua Woods? Yeah, Origins is pretty much a remaster built from the ground up. Yeah, I know that they based it off the mobile ports, though. So I think maybe, like, it might be derivative of those, but I think they had to, like, you know, port it to PC, so still, it is technically a rebuild. So yeah, you are correct. Hope you're having a good Halloween night, by the way, Joshua. Let's see, also, yeah, I'll admit, it's been fun experimenting around this month when it came to both channel mascots and trying to do horror with the whole art thing. Well, I'm glad to hear it. Yeah, I've been trying to kind of focus more on my edited content, too, instead of just live streaming 3 or 4 times a week. I feel like that was kind of like, that was kind of cluttering my schedule a bit. Kind of like a certain Bandicoot. Yeah, I beat the entire Insane Trilogy on PS4 back in the day. I have them on Steam, so I think one day I'll just, I think one day I might end up just beating them all again and just going for 100%. I also ended up beating the Spyro. I beat Spyro 1 on the Reignited trilogy, but I didn't bother playing through 2, and I hadn't started up 3. Those games are pretty fun. And if you want to go to some of the more really obscure platformers, I also beat Klonoa 1 and 2. For those of you who haven't gotten the Reverie collection on whatever platform of your choices, I highly recommend those. Let's see. I was also replaying the final boss for Generations again out of boredom, and yeah, despite the cool design and theme, he's just so mid. Well, November 6th is almost here, so I'm doing something for Coco Bandicoot anniversary. Oh, nice. It's good, New Dawn Horizon. How you doing? Yeah, one thing I will say about Generations after beating it, I did end up beating it off stream, by the way. Generations is a good game, but I don't think that should be the basis for 3D Sonic going forward. And the reason why is just because the game is really easy and there's not much depth to it. Like, I ended up beating the game in, like, the whole game within 4 hours, and I S-ranked most of the stages. So I feel like if Sega were to continue making 3D Sonic games, they should try to improve on what Frontier started. But yeah, no, I actually do agree. Shadow X Generations was great. I really enjoyed playing through Shadow's campaign, and him having his own unique levels was a nice touch. If it was just a situation where they just, like if Sega just took Sonic Generations, changed every, they still kept in all that censorship, which, that's still bullshit, but, like, I feel like Sega kind of made up for it by giving us a unique Shadow campaign, adding new content, new levels, a new hub world, and they also streamlined some stuff. For example, you now have save slots for each campaign, instead of just, you selected a new game and it would erase your previous save data. That was a good touch. So, yeah, for those of you guys who haven't played Sonic Generations, Shadow X Sonic Generations is the definitive way to play it, in my opinion. And they brought Maria back, everyone's favorite tragic girl. Yep. Hey, what's up, Michael Jr.? I'm a big Sonic fan, too. I appreciate you dropping by. Personally, I think the best level design in the Boost era was Unleashed. Like, aside from the slippery nature of Sonic in some parts, the presentation and sense of speed was so good. Yeah, Unleashed was good, but I don't think that it was the best way to revive 3D Sonic. The Boost stages were great. I was gonna say, I don't hate the Werehog like a lot of people did back then. I thought it was fine, but it did get a little repetitive, and it did feel a little bit like God of War 2. Not that that's a bad thing inherently, but I just think that the levels were a bit uninspired. The bosses were pretty cool, though. I liked fighting the nighttime bosses. But for a one-off game, Sonic Unleashed was not bad. And I can totally see why other people would think that that's like their favorite 3D Sonic game. I know it didn't exactly have a good reputation back when it first came out because reviewers were just shitting on it for no reason. Unleashed was great. Black Knight, not so much. Secret Rings, definitely not so much. Hey, what's up, Ryoka?
What game are you playing?
I'm playing Sonic Origins. Playing through Sonic 1. Trying to get past the special stage because it's so annoying. How you doing, man? How's Binary Domain going for you?
Oh, I beat the gorilla boss, I guess.
Oh, nice, nice. Let's see, Joshua Woods is saying Forces was kind of bad. Yeah, I mean, Forces was mediocre.
Forces is like a kid's game. It's a kid's game.
Yeah.
If you think of it in those terms...
It's fine.
Yeah.
But there's no real reason to go back and replay the levels, and I think that's one of the biggest complaints I had with it, was that you can just beat the whole game in 2 hours just by holding forward and mashing A.
You know that game had level DLC, right?
I actually didn't know that.
Yeah, you could play a Shadow for like 3 levels.
Oh, nice. 3 levels. Wow, amazing.
Yeah. But yeah, outside of that, there's nothing to do.
Except for
After
that
you beat the game.
Except for the story, which, I mean, let's be
No,
honest,
I mean
nobody
after
really
the story.
plays Sonic for the story.
I mean Frontier. I mean, not even Frontiers has like that deep of a story. I think Sage was a good character, and
Yeah.
what's her name? Her relationship with Eggman was pretty cool, but outside of that, it's not really anything to write home about.
Yeah, Frontiers was more about the gameplay and completing everything, which I appreciated. It was a nice change of pace from the usual boost to win shit. God damn,
You
the
think
special
Sonic-
stage is awful.
You think Sonic will get a new moveset in the new Smash game? I doubt it, but
No.
it'd be nice.
I think if Nintendo were to do another Smash game, it would just be Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Plus. And they would keep
mean,
adding on DLC to it 10 years later.
I mean, they did the same thing for Mario Kart 8. Mario Kart 8 got like 2 DLC packs.
I know, that was ridiculous.
I'm just like, y'all just can't make Mario Kart 9?
Let's see, a Lone Wolf is saying, I've also seen a lot of talk of possible redemption. Oh, hang on. Chat's moving real fast. Give me a second. I might have to actually pull it up on my phone for once.
Wait, you can play as Maria in... You can play as Maria in Shadow Generations?
No, there's no way.
Or in Shadow the Hedgehog?
No, I know there's a level where you have to escort her.
Apparently he said if you had a second controller, somebody could be Maria and control her.
Oh, okay.
Well, to be fair, I
Oh,
think you
shit.
could do that as Sonic and other characters, so I guess it makes sense.
Yeah. Let me find a good place to camp this. Ah, dang it.
Looking forward to Lords of Shadow 2 and Mirrors of Fate.
Yeah, unfortunately, I will be playing those next year. And I will definitely let you know my opinions on them, because I've heard great things.
I haven't played Lords of Shadow 2, so I'll probably be right behind you.
Okay, yeah, you know what, let me just, forget the phone thing, I'm just gonna continue reading chat. Maybe next time I stream, I'll end up, changing the font size to where it's not so big and takes up, like, most of the box, but let me go ahead and resize. Okay, so player 2 can control Maria? I didn't know that. But yeah, I did beat Shadow. What was it? Shadow the Hedgehog last year. That game was bullshit, but it was fun bullshit. Like, if you look at it in an ironic way, it's a fun game. It's definitely a fun time. Alright. One thing I will say, though, is that I really did like Kingdom Valley. Playing through that as Shadow in Shadow X Sonic Gens. Or Sonic X Shadow, however it is. That was a definite improvement over my attempt at trying to beat Kingdom Valley when I first tried playing through Sonic 06. I think that was the level that just ended up making me rage quit. I was like, I'm done.
I think Crisis City was the one that got me.
As Shadow or Sonic?
Sonic. It was the Mach Speed section. I think I ended up beating it, but after that, by that point, I just stopped playing the game. I'm like, screw this, I'll play something else.
Yeah, that was the worst Mach Speed section, I think.
I think Kingdom Valleys was actually way easier, which is funny, because if you go through, it's like, Wave Ocean was... Actually, no, Wave Ocean was like medium. Crisis City was hard, and then Kingdom Valley just went down to being easy. As long as you didn't jump randomly, it was pretty simple.
Yeah, I remember there was like one little twist they tried to do that'll throw you off, but if you avoid that, it's playable.
Did they have another Mach Speed section, or am I tripping? Shadow didn't have any Mach Speed sections, right?
No, he just mostly traveled through air gliders and vehicles. I think that was his gimmick.
Bro, the boat was the worst. The absolute worst.
Yeah, that was what made me go over the top. I'm like, I'm done. Like,
I'd rather beat the entire Sonic 06.
I envy his patience, because I couldn't do it. I was able to trudge through Silvers. I think Silvers was actually the worst campaign if we're talking about like sheer length. Because he's so slow.
Oh, don't forget his freaking ball puzzles in a Dusty Desert. Like why would you put that? I mean, I actually didn't actually do that. I literally just walked through the wall. Like, screw this.
I didn't actually glitch through the wall. I did it, and then I somehow got an S rank. Because I did it in time, but... Yeah, that made me real uncomfortable. Okay, come on. Ah! Motherfucker. Okay. It's all good. Doesn't help that Silver is slow and has a power limit compared to Blaze.
Honestly, if they had made Silver's campaign Blaze's campaign, I would not really complain that much.
Yeah, but Blaze only had 2 levels. That was the shitty thing about it.
No, I know what I mean is that if we had gotten rid of Silver and put Blaze the playable character, I'd be okay with that.
Yeah, same.
Also, I think Silver had like the smallest moveset, right? Most of his was just get a slightly better glide, a dash to your glide. You could hold more enemies, you could hold things longer, just stuff like that. He didn't really have anything that was like utility.
Mm-hmm. He could just use his psychic powers and just throw debris at people. That was about it.
Yeah, you could throw more of it.
Let's see, Joshua was saying, so I know people say Sonic 1 is the worst game of the OG games, but at the same time Mario was platformer king, and so Sonic 1 platform-wise is more Mario, Sonic 2 and Sonic 3 would fix that. Yeah, I think that as the classic Sonic games progressed, the more the mechanics ended up being refined. Like, Sonic 1 is not a bad game, contrary to what a lot of people like to think. It's just, it has a little bit of jank that would end up getting refined because people weren't really sure. You know, the people who were making this game, they were still trying to figure out, like, what made Sonic games fun in that way. And Sonic 3 and Knuckles, I think, is the, it's definitely the example you want to follow. Hey, what's up, Mr. Vids? Yeah, I was watching your stream earlier, and sorry it ended up crashing. I was gonna make a joke about, like, how the Nazis did some pretty unbelievable stuff, if you catch my drift, but,
You mean like, making the, Mercedes and the Autobahn? Yes. Great stuff.
Yep.
Okay, I'll shut up now.
Oh, no, you're good. Let's see,
Also,
Kid Me
thank
was
you.
so confused when I watched a long play of 06 and was like, oh yeah, Blaze, because of Rush being my first game, then I saw her die, like what? Yeah, it was weird that they made her die. Because she was one of the better characters to play as in that game. What were you going to say though, Ryoku?
Thank you for not giving me shit for rage quitting Alone in the Dark.
Oh yeah.
2008.
Yeah, my buddy, Ryoku, he tried playing Alone in the Dark 2008, and yeah, like, we gave him no shame for just rage quitting that one. The ghost
I'm
of
sorry,
Susan was killing the stream. Yep.
I only played that game for 20 minutes before I gave up.
Yeah, didn't you say that the game crashed when you went through a door?
Yes, and then the game crashed when okay, so I was like moving past, I was in the elevator section, and I think I was almost done with it, and I hit something, and it crashed. So, yeah. But then, host showed me the video, and I'm like, I think I'm glad I quit.
Yeah, that game was legendarily known for being ass.
Like, I told one of my friends today, and she said it's basically, like, worse than Sonic 06. It's like Superman 64 levels of bad.
Let's see, Joshua Woods is saying, I don't think Sonic 3 and Knuckles has been topped yet. I'm assuming you're saying that no other Sonic game has beaten Sonic 3, and I agree with you on that. I think that 3 and Knuckles is the best Sonic game. Hope you had a good Halloween, by the way. Oh, I did. Thank you. I appreciate it. I hope you had a good one, too. I mean, I was pretty much just chilling. I had no plans, so as soon as I got out of work, I figured I'd do something. Besides that, I plan on seeing Venom 3 with some friends tomorrow, and I will let you know how it is.
Oh, please do. I apparently heard it's actually not terrible, but yes.
Superman 64, all you did was just fly through rings, seeing grass grow. Was better. Let's see, it wasn't too bad. Watch the first Scary Movie with the family. Oh, nice, that's what's up. I've only seen Scary Movie 3. I think it was Scary Movie 2 that had that famous quote where he's like, "Run, bitch, run!" I think.
That's a spoof on Forrest Gump.
Could be. Venom was pretty enjoyable. Okay. Yeah, because I haven't seen Venom 1 or 2, so I'm going in with absolutely no context.
I saw the first one. It was alright. But they're not cinematic masterpieces, so don't go in expecting that.
Oh, okay. They're just like fun popcorn type films.
Yes.
Just something to see a little bit of action.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, did you hear that Google's being sued $20 decillion?
Yeah, I think we talked about this last night, but I still can't believe that they're... I thought y'all were joking. I'm like, ain't no way.
Yeah. Like that's just so unrealistic. That's like in Austin Powers when fucking Dr. Evil was like he went back to the 1960s and was like, I want $100 billion, and then they just laughed at him because that kind of money didn't even exist back then.
Oh, yeah. Oh, what do you want us to do? Invent more money? Just... Money doesn't grow on trees, Dr. Evil. Could you imagine going back in time and telling someone that their stocks will be worth $100 million in the next 50 years?
Yep. Dude, do you remember $5 footlongs? We had that, man.
Pepper Ridge Farm remembers.
Yep, that'll be something that we'll tell our kids.
Yeah, when $5 footlongs are $20.
Yeah. Oof. God dang it. Yeah, in the 60s the most was a few million. Yeah, I believe that. It's kind of hard to read chat and play this game at the same time, but I'm doing my best. Also, how do I get chat to show up with OBS? So what I do is I use Restream.io. The service itself, I think, is like, I think it's the price of your average like movie streaming service subscription, and I have it linked to my YouTube, my Twitch, and I also have a Kick mirror, even though I don't really prioritize that at all. And what I do is I link all the accounts up, and it'll give you a browser URL that you input into your OBS, and you paste it, and then you kind of resize it to make sure that it fits within the boundaries of what you're showing off, and then it's as simple as that. Your chat will start popping up on your Twitch, your YouTube, and Kick, and Facebook Live, and any other streaming service you might use. It'll probably end up being on there. Let's see. Sonic 1 has a lot of traps that can get you if you're not looking. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Sonic 1 is a very platform-focused entry in this series. I know a lot of people a lot of people say that Sonic CD is overrated and that it's not really that good in terms of design. And, you know,
Level design isn't the greatest, but...
Like, for me, Sonic CD is more about, like, the atmosphere and the music. And just, like, the general vibe of it, I actually like a lot.
Yeah, I think some of the worst levels, like, as much as I love the soundtrack for Stardust Speedway, those first two acts were kind of painful, if I'm being honest.
Yep. Remember when people were trying to say that Sonic was never good? Oh yeah, I remember those days.
Yeah, we just tolerated it. Well, why do we play these damn games then?
Trust me, it was tough being a Sonic fan back in the late 2000s and the early 2010s.
You know what the
it was a
best
battle.
Sonic game? You know what the best Sonic game ever is?
If you say Sonic Chronicles: The Dark Brotherhood, I will come out of your monitor and slap the shit out of you.
Yeah, I was actually gonna say that, damn it.
It's so surreal to see Sonic OG both spin dash and drop dash. I know. This truly is the Swiss Army knife of Sonic 1 ports. Honestly, in a way, Sonic Origins is like it's like a Super Mario All-Stars for the Super Nintendo, but it's Sonic. All the games are in widescreen. Oh, shit. Sonic was good, but then Sonic 06 happened and the brand took a big hit from that game. Yeah, but I think what a lot of people forget is that the Sonic brand was also suffering from a lot of mediocre titles leading up to Sonic 06's release. And then Sonic 06 was just like the final nail in the coffin where it was just like, yeah, this game is obvious dog shit. There's no defending it unless you're just a hardcore fan. Like, people were not a fan of Shadow when it came out unless they were a diehard Sonic fan. Same thing with Heroes, although people were more mixed on Heroes. Some like it, some hate it, some people say it's mediocre. Me personally, I think it's okay. It was my first 3D Sonic game because I never had a GameCube or a Dreamcast growing up. But yeah, like overall, I would say the adventure games are the best in terms of 3D Sonic games. And then also Frontiers is pretty good too. And Unleashed and Generations. Colors isn't that bad either, but besides those... Sonic Advance 1 and 2. Yeah, I actually like the whole Advance trilogy. I know a lot of people shit on Advance 3, but I think that each of those games have a flaw that you can easily overlook. Like, the last level of every single zone in Sonic Advance 1 was dog shit, and you can definitely harp on the game for that. And with Sonic Advance 2, the levels are just moving really too fast, and if you wanted to get all the Chaos Emeralds, you had to basically go out of your way to fight against all the grinding and, you know, having to hold right just to be able to collect all those dumb little medallions. And then with Sonic Advance 3, a lot of people criticize the level design. But I would say in general, the Advance trilogy is sweet. It's definitely some good stuff. Heroes was after 06? No, it wasn't. I think Heroes came out in 04, and Sonic 06 came out in 06.
Sonic 06 came out in 06? No, it came out in 07.
Well, I mean, for PS3 it did. So, I mean, you're not wrong, technically.
Can you imagine working extra time on a port and then it's just shitty? Granted, I know that it's the PS3.
Yeah.
Could you just imagine?
Yeah, the cell architecture took devs a while to understand, but once they did, I would say around 2010, you started to see a lot of good multiplats on PS3 instead of the Xbox. God dang it. No, I thought Heroes was 2004, and then Shadow was 2005. Maybe I'm wrong about that.
Yes. Something like that, but 06 definitely came last out of those bunch.
Oh, hey, what's up, Gaseous? I can still hear Empty whining about this game. Oh yeah, there's this one streamer, me and Gaseous follow, Ryaku. And he was streaming Sonic 1, and he died on Labyrinth Zone. I shit you not, 50 times in a row. And he was, you know...
So he didn't die at the same spot.
Yeah, no, he kept dying on the Labyrinth Zone boss, and, you know, that level is bullshit, but it's not that bullshit where you should be dying 50 times in a row. Empty needed save states for the first level. Wait, did he actually need save states for the first level? Because I think I only showed up for...
Why?
Yeah, because like I think I only showed up for... what was it? I think it was this level and then Labyrinth Zone. And then I just mentally checked out. I couldn't take it. It was painful. But I never thought Heroes was bad, though. Yeah, Heroes is okay. The one thing is about Heroes is that it does get a little repetitive, so it's the type of game where you need to play in short bursts in order to get like a full enjoyment out of it. And then there's also like the nostalgia factor to it too. Since it was the first 3D Sonic game I played, so I'll always have a soft spot for Heroes, even though I think the adventure games are way better. Yeah, he saved Scum like a mofo.
Imagine save scumming in a fucking Sonic game.
Yeah, these games are not hard. They can be a little bullshit sometimes, but they're not hard.
Like getting crushed to death in Sonic Mania is so annoying. Even it's just as annoying as it was in Sonic 1.
Mm-hmm.
I actually remember a streamer got pissed about that. He said, "Why the fuck, in insert year Sonic Mania came out, is cheap deaths like this still a thing?"
I think they actually reworked the Metal Sonic boss fight in Mania because people were complaining about it. So they but you know they ended up changing how that boss fight worked so that it was less bullshit.
The boss. They ended up fucking the boss. Wow.
I know, right?
Who knew?
They were so progressive. But yeah, they ended up messing up how the Metal Sonic fight was supposed to work, and then they rearranged it to where it wasn't bullshit. So there you go.
Good.
And Shadow was good as well. I don't think Shadow the Hedgehog was a great game, but if you look at it ironically,
okay.
like if you look at it ironically, and it was something you grew up with and you just kind of want to laugh at it, it's a fun time. Like, I would say it's a solid 3 out of 5. I think people were upset with the true ending of Shadow, just rejection Maria's memory. I never even got to the true ending when I was a kid. I couldn't make it that far. It wasn't until last year that I beat all the stories and got the true ending.
Find the computer room. I now know that my destiny is to find the computer room. I'm sending you straight to hell, Doctor.
Let's see, Shadow is Black Sonic, and they gave him a gun. What was Sega trying to tell us? Yep, true. Subtle racism. Gotta love Japan.
Well, that's what Japan does best.
Of course, Shadow Gen X, he reaccepts Maria back. Yeah, the Shadow campaign of Sonic X Shadow, that was a good touch. I'm glad they included that, because I think that if Generations needed one thing, it needed more content. That game was really barren. It was good, but there wasn't really a lot to it if you've S-ranked all the stages and the missions.
There was mods.
Yeah, but that doesn't count. That's not official.
There's an online leaderboard. Oh wait, what am I talking about? It's gone now.
Yep, you have to now
not
play
that-
it in the new port now.
I thought you were gonna say the new porn. I'm just like Dustborn. Is that new?
Yep. Dude, that game feels like a fever dream. There's no way that...
They have to be trolling.
Yeah. Wasn't that game actually funded by the Norwegian government? So you could actually say it's just government propaganda and you'd be right?
Actually, yes.
I think that's what I'm gonna call it now, just Norwegian propaganda. See, I think the pain of losing her was more of the reason than hating her.
Why does this girl look so killable? I must investigate.
Yep, if there's any Sonic character that's killable, or looks so killable, it's definitely Maria. This is Sonic's High Road. Oop, shit. The most I've seen out of the leaderboard is people beating each other on Twitter. Oh, got a gasp for air. We got some funny memes out of other woke shitty games like The Last of Us 2. Did we get anything like that out of Dustbin? Yeah, I think people keep making fun of its dialogue, for one.
I'm getting triggered, bro.
Like, people kept making fun of the opening line of, you know, we are the Dustborn. We are the new porn. Our life is newborn. Like, that honestly feels like a parody game that somebody would have made in their mom's basement. It's like a soy Hi-Fi Rush is what it is. Like, honestly, if Hideki Kamiya didn't help work on Hi-Fi Rush, the game probably would have ended up something like that.
Play that game.
Yeah, you should. It's a good game. It's only like $30 too, and in
No,
my
I
opinion,
have
it's
it. I got it for $12 because of the Humble Bundle.
oh nice. Well, the company that made Concord is shut down. Good. That game does not need to come back.
I do hear that they were trying to revive the Concord, or they might make it free to play or something. That's the rumor.
Mm-hmm. Hey, player, right? We had no spin dash in 1. Yeah, I mean, Sonic... this compilation lets you just spin dash and drop dash and do all that shit in this game, but... I don't know, it doesn't really make that much of a difference, to be honest. Because it's not like the levels complement you spin dashing everywhere. Who knows, maybe someday I'll beat this game in classic mode. Because I don't think you can spin dash in classic mode, but I could be wrong. There's another stink burger coming down the pipe soon. Fair Game looks like dead on arrival. Yeah, I'll definitely make sure to be avoiding that one. Oh, you were kidding? Gotcha. Yeah, no, you're good. Yeah, there were so many woke flops this year, and that's good, because that just tells all these companies that the general gaming...
9?
Oh yeah, how's that game going?
Apparently, I think its peak player count last I checked was like 300. Oh no, sorry, 285.
Oh, you can spin dash in classic mode? That's lame.
Ew.
I feel like what Sega should have done for the classic mode is just, you know, just emulate the original ROMs. I feel like that would have just made the purists happy. God dang it. In fact, you can use the level cheat to get Amy Rose, Tails, and Knuckles as playable. Aye. Come on, Ring. Come to me. There you go. Oh, hey, what's up, host? Origins, zombies. I knew it. Hope you're having a good Halloween. Oh, dude, I actually had no idea you could just duck. This whole time I've just been jumping to the left whenever I get to that part in this game. You're doing 100 times better than Empty. It took an hour to get him this far. Ouch. The most cultural relevance Concord will have is the PS5 losing its one game. Yeah, I think that people over at Sony were really hoping that Concord would have been successful. And that,
you could have gotten another Infamous game instead of Concord. Just keep that in the back of your mind.
Oh yeah, wasn't it like an Infamous and it was a crossover of something else?
Yeah, Infamous and Prototype.
Yeah, that would have been fun. I have no idea why Sony hasn't remastered those games for modern systems. I've always wanted to play those.
The PC ports I hear, for at least for a Prototype, were garbage, from what I understand.
Yeah. Yeah, I heard about that too. I heard Prototype 2 was not that good either. Apparently that was a bit of a disappointment.
Yeah, I did hear that too.
Let's see, Ellis is still at work. You ain't having a good Halloween? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, man.
Ooh.
Come on, Air Bubble, come to me. Thank you. People like sexy women like Widowmaker, Tracer, and Concord had none. Yeah, that is definitely true. It feels like Concord was made for Overwatch fans, but then they forgot why they forgot why people liked Overwatch. It's because the characters were fun and they were designed well.
What do you mean you don't like fat blobs and boring character designs? What do you mean you don't like inclusivity in all your designs? It's the same reason why I don't like Larry Croft.
Ellis is saying, an air bubble coming? You're sick, bro. Coomer Watch.
I mean, wasn't it at one point one of the most searched categories on the hub?
Yep, I think you're right about that. I think I'm going into this boss with no rings. No one liked Overwatch 2. Yeah, I think that Overwatch 2's failures had mostly to do with, like, it just not being the new hottest thing. I only played a little bit of Overwatch back when I got it on PC originally, but I refunded it because my shitty laptop couldn't handle it back in 2016. God dang it. That was a big fail. I was acing it there for a minute. Yeah, there's no way I was gonna make that. Wait, there was a shield to the left. Yeah, I think I already picked it up, though. And I got hit, so that canceled it out. Oh yeah, for sure. That was definitely a clip-worthy moment. And then there's the fact that, designs aside, its gameplay was dated for 2024. Yeah, like, one thing also, too, that a lot of people forget is that the whole hero shooter genre, that's like an oversaturated genre in general.
Yeah,
Like-
Ubisoft has one.
Like, nobody's gonna shell out more money for another game that's just a clone of what they already enjoy.
Valorant exists as well. Apex Legends, it's like, come on, bro. It's like, gotta do something. It's kind of like when Epic Games Store came out and had less features than Steam does now. It's like, can't make a new product and have it be bare bones. You have to compete with the competition and add stuff.
Mm-hmm. Dude, as soon as... I'm sorry, go ahead.
You have to be the same or better to stay relevant in that market.
Yeah, like, as soon as the Kingdom Hearts games got ported to Steam, I uninstalled Epic Games so quickly. And I think it actually ended up being like the top 20 most played games on Steam for a minute when those games got ported, so that should tell you how long people have been waiting for that to finally get ported to an actually good platform. '25 is going to be another year of flops. Well, I mean, we'll see. You never know. I know we're getting a lot of remasters. And remakes, but... I think one game I'm looking forward to is, it's not Unknown 9. It's, I think, Expedition 33. It's like a turn-based RPG, but it's made by ex-Ubisoft devs. That game looks pretty sweet, but I'll make sure to keep my eye out for it. The only change was D.Va got a bigger butt.
Wait, from Overwatch?
Yeah, I think that's what Joshua Wood said.
Oh, damn.
Well, I mean, you know,
I mean-
upgrades people.
So, I'm glad they didn't make her ugly.
I keep forgetting there's no insta-shield in this game, so sometimes I'll double jump to try and do a little knock into the enemy. I know one game I'll be playing next year when it comes out. I think Tencent is gonna re-release all the original Bubsy games, and those games are shit, by the way. Like, I'm not gonna be playing them because I think they're good. I just want to experience them for myself because I've heard really bad things. So that'll be fun.
I thought you were actually sucking off webs for some reason. I thought there was something wrong with you.
You know the voice actor for Bubsy 3D ended up voicing Rouge the Bat in SA2 and Heroes?
I don't believe you.
It's true. You can look it up. I'm probably not going to get all the Chaos Emeralds, but it's fine. I don't need to. Shield Sonic in this one would have been broken. Oh yeah, absolutely. That feature was balanced for Sonic 3 perfectly, so. Bubsy knows it has bad games and kind of embraces it. Yeah, agreed. One thing I've noticed too, there's been a recent trend in gaming where all these companies that own these IPs that people enjoy, like Crystal Dynamics, that used to be owned by Square Enix, but then Square Enix sold it to China. It was, I think, Tencent that bought them out. And so yeah, China now owns all these classic games, and they've been remastering them and porting them to modern platforms, and people buy them because they're tried and true. I think there was also talks with Ubisoft of possibly getting purchased by Tencent as well, and I hope that does happen because I think that they would respect that a lot. Like, for some reason, Tencent has a really good track record of releasing old games from the studios that they buy out.
Some people aren't happy about it because China.
Mm-hmm.
I get it though.
Yeah, it is kind of, but like at the same time, can you really blame China for that, or do you blame the American
Yes, I
studios
can-
that forsake them?
Yes, I could blame China. China is pushing this DEI shit too. So
Really? I thought that they were like anti-gay, and like
you keep missing this point. I can sell you crack. and
Suck
not
my point.
support-
how about that?
Huh? Okay, I will. Off stream, of course.
Of course. I will buy you a ticket from Georgia to Texas, and we will touch tips. How about that? Sound like fun?
Yes, sir. But no. I can support selling people crack, but not want to do it myself. So it's kind of like a similar thing. If you remember, China still hates the West for what happened. The 100 years of the opium dens.
Yep.
100 years of humiliation. So.
Yeah, for those of you guys who are interested in world history, go look up 100 Years of Shame in Chinese history. And, America, Germany, Russia, the UK, like, we kind of fucked them up pretty bad. And, like, it just got so bad that, like, after World War II, they ended up becoming what they are today, which is a communist, dystopian shithole.
They destroyed a lot of their own history, right? On purpose.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Ubisoft severely neglected Rayman. Yep.
I hope honestly, I hope they get bought out for that reason, because I would love to see a revival.
Yeah, I played, what was it, Rayman Origins. That game was good. I liked it.
I think Nintendo should buy them.
Yeah, I could see that happening. I feel like Rayman would be a good IP that would fit Nintendo's catalog. Also, speaking of China, did you know that for 15 years China banned video games because they considered it spiritual opium?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that crazy to think about?
Yep, and I think it's freaking hilarious.
Could Tencent do a worse job than Ubisoft right now? I mean, it's always possible, but Tencent, I think, is better at just, like, buying up old IPs and then re-releasing them. I feel like they have a good track record with that. I know they're also... I'm sorry, go ahead.
I don't think Tencent should do anything with damn it, what was I gonna say? I don't think Tencent should do anything with Assassin's Creed if they do end up buying out Ubisoft.
Yeah, I mean, those games have already been... I mean, there's like, what, 20 Ubisoft Assassin's Creed games that all play the same? It's basically just like the Call of Duty version of a third-person action game.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Like, at this point, Ubisoft is just putting out slop.
And just because it's an open world doesn't make it good. Just because you have 200 hours of content doesn't make it good.
Yeah, if it's like 200 hours of content where you're just walking around and killing stuff, that's not fun. It needs to actually mean something. There used to be like I was gonna say, there used to be a time when having an open world for a game was something to brag about. Back in 2005.
Yeah, was it like GTA 3?
Yeah, that game, I think, really helped revolutionize gaming. in that way, but
I mean, to be fair, so did the first Assassin's Creed, which came out in '07.
yeah, but nowadays, if you have an open world, you need to make it make sense or put your own spin on it, or else no one's gonna give a shit.
What was it, between Assassin's Creed and Far Cry, I think Ubisoft has done enough open world slop.
Mm-hmm. I think that they should have stopped making Far Cry games after Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon.
I don't know who the hell sat back and said, let's make a Far Cry Primal. Like, are you shitting me?
Yeah, that would have been a perfect ending to that series, because after that it just became, you know, Simpsons. It's just like... It really only exists to please a fan base, and that's it.
How goofy can we make the plot and still have a plot?
Yeah, because I know a lot of people appreciate the Ezio games.
Oh, the Ezio trilogy, 2, Brotherhood, and Revelations. Yep.
And then Black Flag, I hear, is pretty good.
Assassin's Creed 3 was not great.
Yeah, I heard that one was a bit of a disappointment, and it was a little buggy as well.
Not as buggy as Unity.
Assassin's Creed has fallen off after Black Flag IMO. Yeah,
No, I agree. I played Black Flag. It was great.
Yeah, I feel like that's how a lot of fans feel about it. I personally have never beaten an Assassin's Creed game. I tried playing 1. That was the one I tried starting out with, and
It's pretty bare bones.
yeah.
As revolutionary as it was, it's pretty bare bones. I played Assassin's Creed 1, 2, Brotherhood, Revelations 3, 4, and every so often I hallucinated the fact that I think I played Unity, but I don't think I did, but I have it.
I was gonna say, was Unity the female one?
No, Unity is the French one.
Okay. Because I think there was a game where they had like a female assassin, but I just didn't remember what it was.
There's a couple of them. I think Syndicate has one, but that's a boy and a girl. You mean just a female only?
Mm-hmm.
That might be Assassin's Creed China, and I think there was one for like 3 where there was another character that was a female, but I think those are just spin-offs. Because in the ones that you can play as a female, you can also switch between, there's a male character too.
I gotcha. Assassin's Creed 1 is slow and plotting. Yeah, that seems to be the consensus.
What, you don't like jumping through hoops and picking up flags? That's not fun for you, bro?
You don't like disguising yourself as a scholar by folding your hands?
I remember that.
Yeah, that was really dumb. Oh shit.
Sorry, I cut out. Like, my sound cut out for a second.
Oh no, you're good. I thought my internet went out again.
Good thing I came right back, because you'd have been so confused.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that game was basically, a collectathon, or just busy work.
Yeah.
In AC1. I think 2, they expanded a whole lot more, thankfully.
New Dawn Horizon is saying Assassin's Creed Liberation has a female protag.
There we go. I think that's it, but I think that's more of a spin-off, though. It's not like a main game.
Gotcha. Yeah, I mean... I'm sure I'll beat Assassin's Creed 2 someday, just to get it out of my backlog. I forget, did I go through the secret path or no? I mean, either way, it doesn't matter, because I'm already familiar with this level already. I think I had to do a, I think I had to dash over to another spot. I forget, Act 3 of Scrap Brain is, it's a little bit of a maze, but it's not so bad. Assassin's Creed Brotherhood was peak. Yeah, I remembered a lot of people were playing Brotherhood back in the day.
Yeah, everybody was all over that game.
I even remember Tobuscus's stupid lyric video to it. Remember Tobuscus? You remember Nugget in a biscuit
No.
and dipping it in mashed potatoes? Oh, come on, bro. That's a classic. Yeah, his content has not aged well. Like, I remembered he had
I
like
think iDubbbz would still have an audience if he didn't become a cuck.
yeah, absolutely. I feel like there's still an audience for watching downfalls of people. But
Oh, Rick Review Tech.
yeah, I think that part of Rich's failure is on him. It doesn't really have to do with anybody other than him. Definitely
Yeah,
self-inflicted.
Just like EDP.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, like, I don't know if Rich is a pedophile, but it wouldn't shock me based on, well, I mean, like, we do know for a fact that
He
he
just seems
flashed
like-
his penis at someone.
He just seems like a sex pest, just a fucking weirdo.
Yeah, he's definitely a coomer, for sure.
I'm gonna be real. There are very few circumstances where you should flash your penis at someone.
Well, I mean, I think it was, like, in a video he sent to someone, and then the chick that he was cheating on his baby mama with ended up keeping it and used it as blackmail.
Again, there are very few reasons you should flash your penis at somebody.
Yep,
And
never...
especially not a video.
Mm-hmm.
You're
Yeah.
dead.
I think I'll just go this way. You know, you could be right about that, but I'm still gonna try. It's been a minute since I played this level, so I just need to get my bearings. God dang it. I didn't get crushed, but I did get double teamed by 2 of those robots.
Oh, no. I think I'm I think I'm like a minute behind. That's why. Whoops.
Gotcha.
No, you did get crushed in one of your attempts.
I think that's like, what, the 4th or 5th time I've died so far?
You gonna die 50 more times, homie? I mean, sorry, 46 more times, homie?
Yeah, let me just die 50 times on one boss and fucking quick save and quick load every 30 seconds. You can get through the stage in 1 minute if you know Dewey. Yeah, I think there's like a secret route area that you can take, but I just don't remember where it is or how you do it. Well, I'm gonna dip for now. Till next time. Hope you have a good one, Lone
dude.
Wolf. Keep forgetting where it is, though. Where you have to go. Maybe I'm supposed to go left. Maybe it's down here. I think I've already been here in one of my other attempts at this stage.
You think Kaiba has a big penis? Or you think he's just compensating.
Yeah, he's definitely compensating.
I draw. I play Blue Eyes White Dragon.
By the way, I was gonna say I'm so glad that you ended up showing me Yu-Gi-Oh for the first time because I never grew up watching it, but
Well, I'm glad you gave it a chance. I know you were a bit hesitant at first.
yeah, I mean, it just kind of seemed like one of those things. If you didn't grow up watching it, you wouldn't have the same appreciation for it. But yeah, there are a few paths to the end. Yeah, Yeah, for some reason I'm just having a bit of a DSP moment with this. I'll find a way, though. I'll always find a way. Let's try going up here. I don't think I've been here yet. Also, the air bubbles are so low for the big bubble. Oh, I think I found it. Yep, found it. Yay, I did it. Hence why I don't bother breaking boxes. Yeah, the final boss for the stage is pretty easy. You just have to jump up in the air. Ah! And then you also have to avoid that thing. I got this. Easy as you get crushed. Yeah, famous last words. I think in Sonic Mania they make you fight this boss over again, but they switch it up. And I think after a while, Eggman gets angry and then it just goes faster and faster. That was a fun fight. Alright, just a few more hits and then I'll beat this game. I'm getting pretty lucky with where he's spawning, so that's nice. Perfect. Mania is Sonic's version of Crash 4, it's about time. Yeah, I mean, Sonic Mania is a good game, but I still think that Sonic 3 and Knuckles is better, just because it balances out the levels a little bit better. I feel like there's more unique things to experience in each story with Sonic 3 and Knuckles than Sonic Mania, where it just gets a little repetitive. Alright, well, I think I'm going to end it for the night.
The stream and not your life, right?
Yeah, obviously. I actually like my life, I'm happy.
Stop it. Get some help. No, I'm kidding.
You should love yourself now. But, yeah, like as soon as the credits are done rolling, I think I'm just going to end the stream. And sometime next week, I think I'll just end up replaying this game as Tails. And then if I can get Tails and Knuckles out of the way, that'd be awesome. Maybe I could do those all in like one session. I'm still not sure about that.
Mario Kart toys are officially back at McDonald's. What?
Mario Kart toys.
Yeah, Mario, Luigi, Donkey Kong, Toad, Toadette, Bowser, Princess Peach, Yoshi, Gold Mario, and Rose Gold Peach. I'm creaming my jeans, bro. Oh, I guess they're making Lego versions?
If I recall
well.
correctly,
Yeah.
I was gonna say, like if I recall correctly, there was a part where, no, like there was a time back in the '90s where it was either McDonald's or Burger King. They had a Pokemon Happy Meal deal going on, and one of the toys had to be recalled because it was making kids choke. I think it
Oh.
had something to do with the air hole, and it, like if a kid put it in their mouths, it would stop them from breathing.
Damn.
Yeah, that was pretty rough. But
They're
no,
also making a Legend of Zelda set.
Joshua Woods, I do intend on beating this game as Amy as well. Just it may not be in the same playthrough though, because it might take me more than a couple hours to beat each stage. But yeah, I think what I'll do next week is I'll stream Tails and Knuckles at least in one playthrough. And then if I can get to Amy's after that, I will. If not, I might have to do it for another session after that. I like those little cutscenes that they added. They're cool. Alright, before I go, I just want to give a shout out to Lone Wolf 360, Joshua Woods, New Dawn Horizon, Michael Jr., as well as Mista Vids, Gaseous Clay, and Host for joining the stream. It's always appreciated. And I shall